Thank you very much, Elizabeth. So, Eunice, the floor is yours. Okay. I believe Efua is no stranger to many of us who have joined from day one. She is the founder of the AAA group, but I believe I can give her the platform to tell us more about herself. She's been hiding from us the past 3 days. Efua, apart from being the CEO, what else? Tell us.
Pardon me. Hello, everyone. Um, my name is Efwa Amponsa, and I'm the founder of AAA, and that's the little about me. Thank you.
Efua, come on, I said that, so please say something we don't know.
I'm an HR administrator, and I like to join in conversations to do with empowerment. I'm a great advocate for education, hence why these 3 days. So thank you all for joining. Thank you, Amanda.
All right, thank you, Efua. So today's conversation is going to be quite different. There is a theme, a common theme that all our facilitators would speak about. That is the importance of quality education and women's empowerment. After which each facilitator or each resource person would share with us something unique, which I believe would inspire us all. So charity begins at home. Therefore, the importance of the quality education and women's empowerment. What are your thoughts?
Right, thank you for that question. Sorry, my computer is still very slow. I've rebooted it a few times. I think it started yesterday, and I'm still going through the same thing. So, yeah, thanks for that question, Amanda. So the importance of quality education is not just in terms of women empowerment. Quality education is very important in our everyday life. So yesterday, or during this past few days, we've actually been talking about how important education is. So it's not just about schooling. When we talk about education, it's not just being in the formal classroom. What we're doing now, we're educating ourselves through the shed of different ideas on what we all think what education should even be. So the importance of it in terms of women, you know, where we come from, I believe majority, if not all of us, are coming from underdeveloped countries or developing countries. And our mothers, for example, have always gone above and beyond to give us the education they never had. Why? That is because of how important they know education is. So for me, importance of not just education but the quality of it is our mindset, how we think, how these training institutions wants to equip us in problem solving, in thinking outside the box, in thinking about our health, you know, how we can develop others around us, how we can um, be better than the generation that we've come to meet, how we can empower the next generation even to come, what we're going to leave behind. And it's all to do with the quality of education that we get. And again, when I say education, it's not just the formal one of just being in school or schooling, but the quality of it in terms of what you're gaining with your mindset. So for me, it's very important because it helps with community building. It helps with the enlightenment. You know, look around us with innovation. It's all started with some sort of education, and people are being innovative even without being in the classroom. Why? Because they're getting educated elsewhere by having, you know, some of these conversations, being empowered by the things around them. So quality education is very important in society building, in our individual sense as well. bring sustainability, innovation, and the world that we see around us. So without saying much more, that is the little that I've got to add. Thank you.
Yes, so quality education is important for the building of society. And before we can attain quality education, we must have the right mindset. Thank you, Efwa. Lisbeth, tell us,
Yeah,
what do
Amanda.
you think about giving women quality education in view of their empowerment? Share with us your thoughts.
Sure. Thank you so much. Let me also say thank you, for your insight. First of all, let me state that women are very important in our world setting. And so educating women is very vital in ensuring gender equality and also promoting it. According to the United Nations Population Fund in 2022, we have about 7.95 billion people living in the world, and women are about 3.95 billion. If you come to sub-Saharan Africa, which is Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, Benin, women are at par with men. That is 50% of the total population of women, of people, are women, and they're all living in sub-Saharan Africa. Imagine then the impact of education, and as a matter of fact, higher and quality education in empowering and promoting equality. It is evident that quality education will empower women economically and help them achieve financial independence. Equal access to education actually empowers women with the knowledge, the skills, and all the necessary things that they will need for their personal and also professional growth. Education itself equip people with the skills in order for them to like enter the workforce, earn income, and also achieve financial independence. Personally, I don't know what my life would have been if I didn't choose the higher education path. How would I have gotten the knowledge, the skills, the analytical mindset to be able to excel as a consultant and even make money out of it? Today, I contribute to my household, I contribute to church, I pay my tithe and my offering, I help sponsor people with their education simply because I have an income. And it's generally because I decided some 5 years ago to pursue higher education. Without it, I doubt I would have been able to make informed financial decisions and even positively impact my family and my community. Secondly, I would say that personally, education has helped me harness my leadership potential because even though leadership is very intrinsic in me, I added value to my leadership skills when I entered the university and got to really understand my purpose as a leader when I entered university. Thankfully, I read a course of study that made leadership very natural for me. I actually read political science, as I stated earlier, and through that, I honed my leadership, gained self confidence, and improved my critical thinking abilities, enabling me, a woman, to actively participate in decision making processes and even contest for elections, thereby promoting gender equality. And so, for me, I would say that educating women very important in promoting gender equality. And you would even realize that in a society or in a traditional setting, if you educate a woman, the person is more likely to participate and engage in politics, advocate for their rights, and contribute to policy development. So as I said, education is very crucial in women empowerment. And lastly, I would say that quality education can help break the cycle of discrimination and thereby promote gender equality. Education, as we know, plays a very crucial role in breaking cycles of discrimination against women, as educated women tend to become women of change in their families and in their communities. And as I'm educated, I would make sure that my children are also educated. My female child would also be educated. So the likelihood of women investing in the education of their own children is very high. And this would even inspire future generations to dream more. In Ghana, there is this popular quote by Kweju Agri that if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate the entire nation. And personally, I resonate with Ifua when she said Because I've actually seen women who would sell everything that they have to make sure that their children go to school. I have seen women that lack of poverty and lack of opportunities, might have robbed them of their dreams, but then they would dedicate themselves to ensure that their children would do the things that they didn't do and they didn't even dream about. This is because they know the importance and they know the benefits of actually educating their children, and they know the importance of quality education. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. If you educate a man, you've educated one person, but if you educate a woman, you have done so for the whole nation. We are grateful for coming through the statistics and also for helping us with some personal stories and also how women are going to be transformed through the power of education. Starting with you, Elizabeth, on your submission, you delved a little bit into your personal story. You talked about how you resonate with Dr. Kwadwo Agri's famous quotes on women, etc., etc. Tell us about your personal experiences from your journey to searching for scholarships and pursuing higher education. What are some of the challenges you faced? How did you navigate those challenges? And how have those scholarship opportunities transformed your life, like professionally, personally, and even the lives of those around you? Because I believe you've impacted people. Tell us. The floor is yours.
Thank you. With regards to scholarship opportunities and how they've helped me pursue higher education and even my professional life, I'll start by saying that, see, opportunities are everywhere. Don't wait for extraordinary opportunities. Seize common opportunities and make a great deal out of it. I'll share my experience on how I got into the COFOR Scholars Program and how I leveraged it for other greater successes. So basically, let me say that the COFOR Scholars Program is an initiative by His Excellency John Ajekun Kufuor to nurture the next crop of Ghanaian and by extent African leaders. It is a 4 years program. You are being selected from level 100, and then you graduate from the program when you're also graduating from the university. It is open to all level 100 university students. And even though there are a lot of financial benefits in the program, the emphasis of the scholarship is actually on leadership. So aside getting a laptop, stipends every month, and other educational materials, I was also nurtured to become a leader. That's what actually makes this scholarship or scholars program very unique and exceptional. Now, how did I get in? As I said earlier, opportunity is, yes, indeed everywhere, but the key is developing the vision to see it. And the very interesting and rare circumstances, I came across the opportunity to apply for the COFOR Scholars Program whilst I was at a poolside. Those who know me well know that I can't swim. So what will I be doing at the poolside, especially knowing the fact that I come from a region where there is no sea? But fortunately for me, I found myself there, and then I had a group of friends discussing the opportunity. Then the friend I actually went with actually encouraged me to apply for it since he would also be applying for the program. But trust me, it was just like a week to the deadline. And initially, I hesitated to apply after going through their website, reviewing the requirements, and looking at how difficult I felt it was going to be. I asked myself how I was going to write 3 essays, draft a CV since I didn't have one then, look for 3 people to give me recommendation, look for my member of parliament to also give me recommendation, and even to request for my transcript. Those who attended University of Ghana know that it's very, very difficult for you to get a transcript. And even after you have applied, it will take like 2 weeks for you to get it. Even though I felt it wasn't possible, I still went ahead with my application. Initially, I wasn't very confident that I would get it, looking at how I just had to juggle things up and put the application together. But then one day I was there when I received an email that I have been slated for an interview. See, I was so excited, so elated, and very, very proud of myself. I started asking myself that what did I do to actually merit this, if not by God's grace? So I started preparing for the interview, doing mock interview sessions with my friends, with my sisters, and even my brother. On the interview day, I got to the office very prepared. But trust me, I was very demotivated after the interview. The caliber of people that I met at the interview, with regards to how eloquent I felt they were, how confident, how assertive, how intelligent, how widely read they were, I went back home and I knew that, nah, this is not for me. I gave up. I gave up. All I had to do was just to thank God that I even qualified for the interview. Somewhere June 2019, I was there and I received an email that I had been selected for the for Scholars program. Trust me, I'm sure my entire community heard me scream. I screamed and I really shouted. I even rolled on the floor. And honestly, except the fact that I was very, very happy when Messi won the World Cup on 18 December 2022. So date, this is my happiest moment. And upon sober reflection, I got to realize that, see, if you really, really, really want something, just like Paulo Coelho said in his book, The Alchemist, the universe would come together and conspire and make sure that you achieve it. And it doesn't matter whether you think you are good enough. It doesn't matter the people that you are competing with. It doesn't even matter what you think. If it is for you, you are going to have it. And this, like, because I would say knowingly or unknowingly, I actually really prepared for it because it was evident through my grades, which were very good, the impact that I was even making before I applied for this program, the volunteerism I was doing, and all these things helped me become a better leader and helped me put my application across. And I'm sure that is what actually got me selected in the program. And so I'll say that when preparation meets opportunities, success is inevitable. So I was very, very happy when I heard Amanda actually say that they learned over the days that they should start doing certain things before the application programs like volunteerism and everything. These are the things that I did that actually prepared me for the scholarship program. So see, when preparation meets opportunity, success is definitely inevitable. And I'll say that aside the program giving me the financial stability to learn and focus on my education, it has also offered me numerous opportunities. I leveraged it to become a yearly fellow, to become a Clinton Initiative fellow. And even just last year, when I applied for Rhodes Scholars, I used some of the experiences I gained from the opportunity to actually write my personal statement. And it helped me get some of the things that I've actually gotten. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. Your story is quite interesting. Looking at your 1 week time frame that you had to use to apply and all that, your transcript got even your transcript alone, University of Ghana, sometimes you go and they tell you the machine is broken down. You have to come back next month. Whatever. It's not easy. But I am particularly interested in the steps that you took, something like the mock interview that your friends and your family put together for you. What things went into it? How was it structured? What was considered? So that when we are also preparing, we decide to do mock interviews, we'd also know what to do for our mock interview. Tell us about your mock interview and how it prepared you.
Thank you so much. So most of the times, you would realize that you have a lot of things like that you've done, but it's very, very difficult for you to identify what you should project. So the mock interviews really prepare you for such occurrences where you sit, they ask you questions because your family, they know you, your friends, they know you, and they know what you can actually say to like get those kind of scholarships. So when they get to hear your story, they then help you frame it and shape it in a way that will be very appealing to the panelists. So myself, I got a couple of friends and my sisters, as I mentioned, to prepare me like a week before my actual interview, to help me to know that when I go for the interview, when they ask you this question, no, approach it this way, approach it this way, don't say this, don't say that, do this and don't do that. And that actually helped me in passing my interview. I don't think if I hadn't done the mock interview, I would have actually gotten the scholarship. So mock interviews are very, very, very important.
Yes, mock interviews are very doubt. And you also mentioned that you met people to be considered. Am I going to be qualified? We spoke on the first day about abilities and being what's the name, confident in our abilities. But at that particular moment, when you entered the room or you entered the, I don't know whether to call it scholarship secretariat, and you met those people, obviously you were shaken. But what did you do to keep yourself grounded? What kept you in good shape, helping you to ace the interview and getting the scholarship subsequently?
Okay, so let me say that that was a mistake I did, but you have to believe in you, your application, and don't compare yourself with others. Because the majority of people that I felt were better than me didn't even end up getting the scholarship. And as I said, that was a mistake that I did, and I don't want anybody to repeat. But I'm sure before I went in, I just said a word of prayer, and I was like, God, if this is for me, let it happen. And I just went in, I was myself, asked me questions. As I said, I prepared earlier on, so I knew what I was going to say and I knew what I was about. So even though I felt intimidated initially, when I got in, trust me, I was very, very focused. And as Marcus Garvey said, that if you have no confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in this race of life. And the future only belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So, regardless of the obstacles and the people that you see, believe in yourself. Know that what you are going to say is the right thing, and know that what you are going to say would actually get you in. And so, hold on to your dreams and don't change your views, your perceptions, and your dreams because you feel you might not fit in or because you feel this person is better than you. Just be true to yourself and your interests and portray them in every way possible. Any moments that you get in the scholarship process, try and highlight your capabilities and your abilities. Forget about appearances and just look within because, see, you are more than enough and you are more than capable. Trust me.
You are more than enough and you're more than capable. Thank you very much. Afua,
Yes, please, Amanda.
yes, let's hear your story. How has your
Well,
scholarship journey been? The obstacles, how you dealt with them, etc.
right. Okay. So, scholarship journey. So, let me put it this way. I am doing this because I'm doing what I wish somebody was there for me, or what I wish I had gotten from someone. But unfortunately I didn't. And to be honest with you, I kept chasing my own tail. And when we talk about scholarships, right? The knowledge I have now, I wish I had few years ago, and hence why, again, let's say I've dedicated my time and effort in trying to get that information out there for others to follow. So my scholarship journey, I've had no scholarship in my life, right? And I've always been a school paying student. That's not to say I'm from a rich family. No, I'm now doing my masters because I didn't have anybody to help me pay for it, and I'm still paying for student loan because in the UK, you you can't pay it unless you're really rich, because you're looking at about £15,000 a semester. That is crazy. So my scholarship journey is, mate, I kept chasing my tail. I kept looking, and every time I did, it kept bringing me back to having to get a student loan. But after undergrad, I said, no, I'm not taking another student loan. I'll go find a job and, go with it. So I might not have an inspiring journey, but I have had the opportunity of being around people that, have gone through the scholarship journeys. I have taken them through it by actually researching for them, and hence why, let's say, I've used the knowledge that I've had to open these sort of platforms to help other people get it. And what I keep saying is, it's not a very easy journey. It is tough, and sometimes if you're not careful, like Elizabeth have clearly said, that you will start doubting your capability. Hence why the first 2 days we kept hammering on believe in yourself, that it's you as a person who is very capable and does deserve the opportunity to further your education. And also the fact that if you do not know who you are, right, the journey can frustrate you, because when you start getting the rejections, when you start getting the no's, right, it gets to a point you feel you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough. But if you're able to separate your application from your worth, you know that, nah, it's just the fact that they just probably not deserve me, or it's just not time, right? So my journey is, what the rejections and how I felt is what I'm trying to say and use to encourage and empower people out there, that as soon as you're able to master that, and I will keep talking about mindsets, as soon as you keep mastering the fact that my application is not me, the fact that you're not able to get me as a person from my application does not devalue me as an individual. And you know what? Sometimes it might come out as being egoistic or very prideful, but it's not prideful. And always remember that you're not prideful. You just know who you are. You just know your worth. And I would say my scholarship journey, let me put it that way, has given me that sort of confidence in myself to say, hey, I am good enough. Maybe this opportunity might not be for me, does not mean I do not deserve it. It just because probably somebody else deserves it more than me, yes, but it does not devalue me as a person or as an individual. So yeah, my application can be rejected, but me as an individual, I'm not rejected. I'm good, and another opportunity will come for me. And then now, through all these sort of looking here, looking there, again, is what has brought me here, and is what I'm using to empower other people to know that the journey is tough. It is rough. It can be very, very lonely, very discouraging, very, very. It can cause you to be depressed. But at the end of the day, when you do get your yes, right, it is very good. It is an amazing time, and it's an amazing feeling when you do get your yes, because of all the journey, what the journey will take you through. But it is building you as resilient as you can be. So now, when I get a no, I just look at it and I go, hey, I'm the big deal. I'm the ish. You just didn't see it, and then we move. Because at the end of the day, it has built me, it has brought me this far. It has made me this confident to know that I am the ish. So when I do get the yes, those people have actually gained me and not the other way around. And when you start having this mentality, I'm telling you, nothing can move you, nothing can push you. It does not mean you won't get hurt. You will, because sometimes there are some opportunities that you really do want it, you really do need it. But when you do get the no, you're human. It does hurt, but at the end of the day, it is the fact that you still know who you are, and you know other opportunities are going to come. And when you do get the no, you sit there and you realize, okay, what happened? Why didn't I get selected? What did I do wrong? And when you realize that you ticked all the boxes, you did your best, hey, you just move. You use it as another stepping stone. Maybe next time I could write this better. Maybe this time I could do that better. Maybe next time I should add this. Maybe I should articulate it in this way. Maybe I should take my time. But hey, when you do know your worth as well, like I said yesterday, some opportunities you do realize it's not even opportunities for you. It is going to actually sink you down. So maybe it looks like it, but maybe you're even above it. You understand? So that is a little that I can say about what I have gained from this whole experience called scholarships. Thank you.
Yeah, you talked about mindset, the the right kind of mindset, a positive one. I mean, obviously, and we've also been talking about preparation from day one. But let's look at a scenario where you have a young girl or a young boy somewhere who knows that yes, there are scholarships out there. I need one to further my education to get me empowered. But he or she is somebody with, let me say, a low self esteem. You get it? So, for such a person, what would you recommend? Because obviously, you'd have to work on your mindset right from the beginning, even before you navigate your scholarship journey. So, for such a person, would you recommend for him to even start doing before they even start their scholarship journey to be met with all the challenges,
Right. Thank you again, Amanda, for that question. So mindset is
the
not
ups
built.
and downs,
Yeah. Mind.
so they can take all the stress and all the.
Right. Mindset is not built in a day. It took sometimes you have to learn the hard way. It took me time to develop the right mindset. And in doing that, right, I I had to have the right people around me. I had to read. I watched what I read. I watched what I watched. Let me put it this way. I was mindful of what I was taking in. I was mindful of the people around me. So to make it, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't. Um, but the thing is, right? It gets to a point your life becomes your mentor. So as as the person who is struggling, again, this is why this platform was created, because I was looking for certain platforms where, I always say you're never alone. You're never alone, but sometimes finding the right people, it will take time, and the journey does get a bit lonely. I'm a Christian, so yeah, I pray, you pray, but that's the point where it you just feel lonely, you just feel alone, and you just need somebody on that journey with you. Again, this is why the platform has been put out, and I keep saying that I'm being what I wish somebody was when I went during those times. So you're never alone. So if you feel that way, right, what I can say is look for platforms to build, that is very positive, and they into positive mindset, and have, that environment has been created for it, because believe you me, it will help you when you hear other people's stories of the number of rejections they had. It builds you up in the sense that it gives you that hope that, okay, so they had been rejected, but look at them now, they finally done it. So you're not alone. So for somebody who's starting out and you might not be as confident, mate, I'm telling you, sometimes we put up the front. We're not always confident. Sometimes you get on certain platforms and you realize, mate, you ain't got it. But at the end of the day, right, it is the fact that these sort of like they say, fake it till you make it. But it comes with time. It does not come in a day. It comes with time. So find the right environment, find the right mentor, read the right materials, watch the right materials, invest in yourself as an individual, and then with time, give yourself time in all these application processes. I keep telling people, give yourself time, because the process does not happen just over time. Even writing your SOPs takes time, so give yourself time. And this is why you need to start early as well. So if say in the next 2 or 3 years you want to go to graduate school, the time to start is now. How do graduate schools, people that get into graduate school, what do they read? How do they behave? What sort of environment are they in? What platforms are they in? And then you just pick one or two things from them, the very similar things. And I'm not saying they're all very good, but then this is what I mean by you should know yourself and be true to yourself. Sometimes, right? Sit down, forget all the noise, forget what everybody is saying, and be true to yourself. Look in the mirror and be true to yourself. You're the only person that can be true to you. And when you start doing that, right? Start writing all the positive things that you see in yourself, all the negative things that you see in yourself. How do you correct the negative things? how do you improve or empower the positive stuff? Learn to unlearn certain things. As you're learning, you have to learn to unlearn certain things as well. So you need to start listing things down. Again, it won't just happen overnight, but as time goes on, it will happen. But you just need to be true to yourself, write things down, and find ways and means of doing it. And again, sometimes we look for the short way. There's no short way here, mate. I'm telling you, there's no. You only burn out, because there's no short way or quick way. You just have to go through the process, and believe you me, it is worth it. So if you're starting, right, it will get hard, it will get tough, but look for the right environment. It is out there. It might take a while, but you will find it. Even if it's just the one person that you end up finding that that can help you, stick with them and learn as you go along, and unlearn certain things that you know yourself that won't help you. So that's a little that I can say. Thank you.
All right, thank you. If we're talking of support platforms, apart from, let's say, family and friends, top of mind, can you give us some, key support platforms that we can look out for? And also, with respect to the reading materials to boost your confidence, can you give us like maybe some one or two books which you read which were very insightful, or maybe some two authors whose works we can look out for in trying to build the right mindset towards our scholarship application journeys?
Okay, thank you. So LinkedIn, right? If you're not on LinkedIn, I would advise you get on there. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, there's too much pressure there." You're the one putting the pressure on yourself. There's certain things I read and I go, and I just walk away, no comment, because I mean, some people exaggerate stuff there, but it's everywhere on social media. But LinkedIn is a professional platform where there's loads of graduate and scholarship enthusiasts on there. That is where I found Elizabeth. If not, I don't know where else, because I'm not on any other social media platform. LinkedIn. So there's so many people that you can follow on LinkedIn. You have Dr. Enoch Ama. You have Eunice also, who is very much into scholarships. We have Tim Consult. You can check him out. He actually does help and mentor people. Dr. Enoch mentors people as well. So I'll mention these few names, but if you do need the support, if you do need some key people, I can try and make the connection. So with books, you know what? You're gonna find this funny, but every day read a verse from Proverbs. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I'm not going to say any more books, but read read a verse from Proverbs, and you'll be surprised that everything that actually goes around the things that the many books that you're reading, a lot of these stuff you can find in Proverbs. So if you have a Bible, or even if you have your phone, right, just read a verse a day from Proverbs, and you'll be amazed the kind of things that you will learn by reading a verse a day from the from Proverbs. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you, Afua. So a verse a day helps you build the right mindset towards your scholarship journey. Eunice,
Good evening, Amanda.
hi Eunice, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank
Great. It's good to have you around.
you.
Yes. You are
Hello.
into the SOP aspects of scholarships, the nitty gritties of scholarships. Tell us, what are some of the blunders that applicants often commit, and how can we, as people looking to apply for scholarships, avoid those mistakes to put our application ahead of our competitors, so to speak?
Okay. So good evening, everyone, and I'm sorry for increasing my late. It was due to technical issues. Yeah, to say about that. And I want to just thank Afua for inviting me to this webinar. I'm honored to be here. So now, first, I would like to dwell on what Elizabeth said. Opportunities are everywhere. Yeah, indeed, opportunities are everywhere. And I would also like to say that the study at Ford journey is for everyone, regardless of the age. And that as students in school, you cannot say, oh, because um you can travel abroad even if you finish with a third class, then you should just relax or something like that. No, you're still going to do more than what a person who graduated with a first class definitely do. So now I also want us to understand that we have two types of scholarship. We have the fully funded scholarship and we have the full scholarship. Now, the fully funded scholarship is the government scholarship. And examples are like, the Sherman scholarship, the Commonwealth scholarship, the Turkey Butler scholarship, and that scholarship, yes, are fully funded scholarships. Now, you notice that, okay, I don't know if anyone has tried to apply, but yes, CGPA plays a significant factor when applying to this scholarship. CGPA plays a very important factor. However, when you try to apply to full scholarship, instead fully funded scholarship, then that time your CGPA are not really your way. The other way to gain admission, the other way to gain scholarship with just your CGPA. With just sorry, with I mean with your low CGPA. The other means to go about. So you just have to know your way around it. And in that including you have to, for instance, let's say in your academic CV, okay, that I'll talk about documents that you need in applying to universities abroad. You need to have your personal statement. That one is very important. You need your international passport. You need your recommendation letters. You need your academic. Yeah, so these documents are very important in your application process. So when you are writing your personal statement, you can include, you can tell the admission committee why you did not do well in your undergraduate, since why you did not gain admission, why did you not perform very well in school. I know, and also when your academic CV, when you revamp your CV very well, and you put in some extra curricular activities that are related to your um and are related to your course, the course you want to study in school. So when you do all those things, you have high chances of gaining admissions and high chances of gaining scholarships. You have even assisted many I've assisted international students in gaining admissions and scholarships in the UK and in the United States. So my point is just that you can study abroad regardless of your age, regardless of your CGP. You just need to know the right platforms to, or the right opportunities, the right place to, the way you have to go about your application. Yeah, so thank you.
Right. Eunice, you mentioned that in crafting your personal statement, you can even explain why your results from undergraduates were not so good. But we also know there's this perception out there that scholarship is competitive, and you have to be like creme de la creme, so to speak, to get a scholarship. So if you are explaining in your personal statement why you didn't perform well in your undergrad level, isn't that shooting yourself in the foot, kind of?
Okay, thanks, Amanda. I don't know. It depends on your reason. It depends on how you present your reason in your personal statement. For instance, let's say you write your personal statement, you write, "Oh, I didn't do well in my academics because I was just too lazy to read. I was playing around, all the stuff. I was partying. Definitely you would not get admission or scholarship. But when when you present your reasons, you can say, for instance, I'm not saying you should tell us, but when you have a genuine reason why you did not do well in your academics, probably maybe when your family member died, or due to financial issues, you were struggling between going to school and working because you won't be probably paying your school fees. When you include all these things in your personal statement, and also when you back this your personal statement with your academic CV, when you revamp your academic CV well, yeah. So all this
Hello, Amanda.
Hi.
Yeah, I have a CV, I have a personal statement that resonates with what you saying. I don't know if I am allowed to read it.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, so let's listen to this instance. Growing up in a poor Ghanaian and patriarchal society, a place where there is limited hopes and aspirations, especially for a female child, I always felt like I was taking part in a race away from the starting point and in the wrong direction. As a female and a first generation university graduate, I had to overcome significant financial challenges to achieve academic goals. My parents worked consuming jobs. Dad was a laborer and mom was a petty trader. With the little money they earned, about £364 annually, they strove in supporting us, although taking care of 5 children have been a constant struggle. Poverty and lack of opportunities may have robbed them of their dreams, but they dedicated themselves to ensuring that their children would do the things they couldn't do. However, the prospects of attending high school seemed unlikely due to financial burden. With my church intervention, I was able to pay for my school fees. During vacations, I worked alongside my mother selling goods at the market and tutoring students in private schools to earn money for textbooks. This experience taught me valuable skills in negotiation, financial management, and coordination. Through hard work and resilience, I won several awards in high school, including the best graduating act. Indeed, nothing should stop us from reaching our goals. I have witnessed firsthand the impact of low income and gender inequality on my sisters who were unable to further their education while my brother pursued his. As I worked as a sales girl at Vishad Ventures after high school, I often wondered if I would be forced to do menial jobs like my sisters or wait for my brother to succeed before attending college. However, even though I didn't do so well in my YX, I was very, very, very interested in pursuing my education and got a scholarship to actually attend secondary school. With this scholarship, I was able to attend university and became a change maker, working to address issues such as gender inequality. Despite combining working while schooling, I engaged in many volunteering and leadership activities and ended up graduating with a second class degree. With this feat, I was awarded numerous awards, an award that validates my achievements, my passion for giving back to community, and served as a motivation for me to continue making positive impacts in my country. Currently, I am working at the Ministry of Education, and I'm determined to further my education and become a change maker in my society. However, the financial burden of pursuing a master's degree remains a significant challenge, and I know that this scholarship would help me achieve my academic and my career goals. I believe also that education is a very powerful tool for social and economic mobility, and with this scholarship, I am determined to use it to make a difference in the world. Actually, the person won the scholarship though. I helped her draft it. She graduated with a second class upper, but then still got the Commonwealth scholarship. So I really, really agree with Eunice. You might not achieve maybe a first class, a 3.9, or become valedictorian, but maybe when you were in senior high school, you were very good. You can highlight that. When you're in GHS, you were very good. You can highlight that. And also highlight other things or other financial constraints or burdens that maybe hindered you or prevented you from actually achieving a first class. And also highlight your volunteerism and your extracurricular activities and the impacts that you made. And trust me, you get a scholarship.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for that great input. I'm sure a lot of people like myself have had their hearts set to rest because, I mean, we know scholarships are competitive. So we are all trying to put our best foot forward. But if you go with this,
Hello, everyone.
and I
Can you hear
wasn't
me?
able to do well, kind of. Yes. Eunice?
Yes, can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
Sorry, the network logged me out. Please, where did you guys hear me? What was the last thing I said before the network logged me out?
So you were talking about the fact that when you highlight some of your challenges, which made you unable to do well in school, it's not like a disadvantage or it wouldn't go against you. And then Elizabeth also came in to buttress that point with somebody's personal statement she helped he or she draft.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so just like Elizabeth said, yeah, so when I say you should tell the reasons why you did not do well in your personal statement. I do not mean please, sorry if you can't hear me, please just let me know. Hello, can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so when I say your personal statement you should include the reasons. I do not mean let's say you were partying around in school, or you didn't just you're too lazy to do it. That's in your personal statement. No, there's a way you would draft your personal statement that would make the admission committee understand that okay, she could have done better, or he could have done better, but there's certain limitations that did not allow him to do. For instance, you can tell them if probably maybe a family member died, and struggling between studying, working and this thing as probably you're the one paying your school fees and all. So no, you did not have the you could not do the two things at the same time. So you can include all these reasons in your personal business. And when you have just like what Elizabeth said, they said when preparation meets opportunity. In school, I would advise students, to also engage in lots of extracurricular activities. And when I say extracurricular activities, I do not mean activities that are not in any way related to what you want to study. I mean, when you let's say you want to study criminology and criminal justice in graduate program, you know, you are going to do engage in lots of opportunities, join organizations that are in line with what you want to study. So, when you combine your extracurricular activities and you tell your admission committee why you did not study, why you didn't were able to do well in school, and and you also revamp your CV and your recommendation letter. Your recommendation letter plays a very important part in your admission. When you tell your lecturers, I know you personally too, when you tell them to write a very good recommendation letter for you, trust me, you are going to get your admission and scholarship. Yes, thank you.
So thank you, Eunice. So apart from acing with our academic work, you've also highlighted the power of interaction or the power of networking, getting to know your lecturers and your lecturers getting to know you, so that in the event that you need someone to write a recommendation document or letter for you, he or she can write something that is suitable based on what he or she knows about you. So, my final question to you, Eunice. In terms of in applying for scholarships, as for like international scholarships, apart from the usual preparing SOPs, what's the name? Making good grades in school, etc., etc. What else? What else? What is something that is relevant that people often fail to pay attention to? What else? Maybe just one or two. Then we'll open the floor for questions. So please jot down your questions. You can put your hand up when the floor is open for questions, or you can use the chat section. I'll read them out and then they will be addressed appropriately. Thank you. Over to you, Eunice.
Okay, so thank you, Amanda. So apart from all all the things I've said previously, the one thing I would say students should do is to prepare ahead. I'm seeing a lot of people that with 2 days to the end of their application, they start writing their personal statements. It's not possible when you write your personal statements late, except you are very good at writing personal statements. But when you write your personal statement, your statement of purpose late, you will not be able to write the right thing. I feel you won't be able to write the right thing. So my advice is that you start writing your personal statements now. Start writing your SOP now. Start writing your essays now. Start telling your lecturers about your recommendation letters. When you do this, you'll be able to be very prepared, and you'll be able to submit on time, because submitting on time before like a week or 2 weeks before the application deadline also goes a long way. It's for instance, in the case of the United States, when when you're able to apply on time and prepare your documents on time, it gives you higher chances of getting scholarship, because you'll be able to send out cold emails to the lecturers, the professors you would like to work with. And also, by the time you're sending out code emails, it won't be like when the other student already sent out code emails well before then, and they've been lecturers already have agreed to work with them, and they've been giving bright assistantship and all. So when you prepare on time, when you prepare your documents on time, you have higher chances of getting admissions and scholarship. And so that's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Eunice, for those insightful pieces of information. So Eunice works with Novarite, an institution that specializes in putting together people's personal statements and all those key documents that you have to write to help you to secure your scholarship. Now the floor is open for questions. Feel free to unmute and talk to us, or you use the chat section. The questions will be read out and they will be addressed appropriately. So team, now is our time.
Yeah, Amanda.
Hi.
Yeah. So you said I work with Novarite. No, I do not work with Novarite. I am the founder of Novarite. I just
Hello.
want to correct that. Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, okay, good. So founder of Novarite.
Yeah.
So please, any questions, contributions, submissions? Yes, Elvis, the floor is yours. Elvis, we are listening.
Oh, okay, all right. I think Elizabeth and Eunice dealt very well for us. And I just want to chip in one thing about what they said about the personal statement. So maybe people are also confused in some one way or the other. When I was doing one application like that, when you navigate and go to the school's website, they sometimes also give you thematic areas they want you to write about. So maybe if you're even confused about how to go about your own personal statement, if you go to the graduate school that you are applying, they will give you some area that they want you to write about, and the number of words and pages that they will even need from you. So if you are able to go to the school that you want to apply
Hello,
and the
Elvis.
website.
Please, can you go back a
Hello?
bit? You were breaking out a point.
Okay, all right, let me start.
You were breaking out a
Oh, okay,
point.
all right. So I said, so the school will give you the thematic area that they want to write your personal statement about, then the number of words they even need from you, the number of pages some also schools need from you. So you don't have to lose hope. Then you go to the website of your school, you get all the information that you need. And then after that, you write. Then what they also said, after writing, you give to other people for them to go through it for you and edit it, because some of us, maybe our English is a little bit down. So you get some people who can also spice it for you. And after that, your SOP will become a very good one. If you haven't even a second class upper, you can also help to get the scholarship. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elvis. Mine has to do with, the fun bit of it. When your English is down, don't worry. AAA group has got you sorted. Or you can even contact Eunice at Nova Rights and she'll do a very good job for you at a small fee. Any more questions, team? All right. So this brings us to the end of our
Sorry,
3-day
Sandra.
journey. Hi, yes.
Yeah, I think somebody has put Selma is in the chat box wanting to ask a question. I don't know why they can't unmute themselves, but if Selma can unmute and ask a question.
Selma? I'm trying to look for the question in the chat box, but because all I see is someone wants to ask a question. I don't see the exact question. Hi, Selma. Please can you unmute and talk to the team?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Hi, Selma.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Yes, we're listening.
Please, well, this is not really a question. It's really some experience that I had. And actually, I just had my email from Ghent University. I applied for the Erasmus scholarship, but I wasn't given the scholarship. So it's a bit tough. So I don't know how. Hmm, I don't know how I'm going to go about this, but like I've listened to what you people said, and it's really, really, really sad for some of us. Some of us are even giving up. But thank you anyway. Thank you.
Thank you, Selma. Don't give up. Remember, a verse a day from the book of Proverbs. It's all you need to keep you going. Trust me. Any questions, team?
Hello.
So pick.
Amanda,
Yes.
before you conclude, I just want to tell someone not to give up and not to lose hope if she gets like rejections and all that. It happens to all of us. People just don't like sharing their feelings. That is why you might feel that maybe this person is fine or this person is okay or this person has gotten it all figured. Trust me, a lot of us had to feel like 100 times before we got that one scholarship. So please, don't give up. Don't feel sad. You can look elsewhere, honestly, or better still, just relaunch yourself and reapply next year. Approach it again with a different perspective and different experiences. And don't be afraid or embarrassed to actually scream and look for help. Maybe something didn't really go right with the application. So you can contact any of us for help. Eunice is on board, the fire is also there, Amanda is also there. Contact anybody for help and let's get you on something. Trust me, don't feel sad or don't feel down or bothered. It is possible, okay? It is possible. You'll be fine. Trust me.
It is possible. That's the summary of it all. Efua, please unmute and talk to the team.
Selma, it's okay to be sad. It's normal. It's part of being human. And it's good you've actually said or admitted the fact that you're sad. Because sometimes it's good to let it out than it staying in. And it's good that you're on this platform, like Elizabeth said. You're not alone. Reapply, look at it from a different perspective, ask for help, and also, I mean, there's loads of scholarship or funding opportunities out there. So the fact that one has not seen your worth or you've not been successful does not mean it's the end of the world. Look at other scholarships, look at other funding opportunities out there, and then keep applying. I know somebody who got rejected 30 times, 30, and they still kept going. So the thing is, you will get it, right? You will get it. And like we've been saying, it does get tedious. So nobody's here saying it's an easy route. It's not. It's not at all. Again, this is why we do what we do, to let people know that it's not easy, but it is possible. So I'm very sorry that you got rejected, but it's not the end of the road. It's not the end at all. It's just the beginning. So get in contact with any of us, and then we will see how we can help. If we can't, I know people, we have connections, people that can, be able to see you through whichever part, or wherever that falling short is. And sometimes it's not that you're bad, it's just that you probably, somebody else needed it way more than you do, right? Even though you need it, there probably was somebody whose SOP did some magic somewhere, and probably sometimes you missed it by 0.01 or 0.05. It can be something very small or little like that. So do not put yourself down. It's not as bad as you think it is. Trust me, it will get better. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ifwa. It is possible, and surely it will get better, with a verse from Proverbs every day. We are most grateful to our participants who kept engaging us in the chat box. So we have a lot of inspiring messages from Kelvin, Rebecca, Bismarck, and Wezi. We are very grateful for your acknowledgement and for your participation and your support. To the rest of us on the call, we are also grateful for your time, for being with us throughout the 3-day period. It hasn't been easy, trust me. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I believe it's all for the greater good. So we will come your way again with another power-packed session on something else, education, because that is what the AAA group is entirely about, SDG Goal 4, education. And so don't forget to follow us on social. We are AAA group across all the social media platforms. Follow us, like our posts, share, comment, give us your feedback, etc., etc. Oh, Wazy, your hand is up. Please unmute and talk to us. And Apia, Bismarck, you want to be a part of us? No problem. We would reach out to you. Leave your
Yeah.
number in the chat box. Wazy, please unmute and talk to us.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for the platform. And I just wanted to know, are we going to have access to maybe your emails or maybe some contacts so that we'll contact you when we have some issues or we have some questions doing our applications for masters or something like that?
Yes, please. So I believe you registered, right? So if you did, we have a database of emails for all those who registered. So we'll be sending you the materials and everything, and we would also have the sender's signature. So whatever your concerns, your comments, any kind of help you need, you can use that sender email. I'm sure it will be either Ifwa or Kwesi. So you can reach us through that sender email. Alternatively, you can follow us or reach out to us on social, AAA group, and I'm sure the social media team will pick it up and channel it through the appropriate quarters. We are also open to take on volunteers like ourselves. Our doors are always open. Very good. So I see the email dropped in the
All
chat
right, thank you
section.
so much.
So
I'd
feel
love to be
free.
part of the team.
Sure. And Bismarck, you as well. You can also send your CV through to the group. You have already said you want to be part of us. You can send your CV through the email address, and then the team will pick it up and they would onboard you at the appropriate time. So thank you guys. It's been an eventful 3-day journey with you. And we look forward to coming your way with something else power-packed, fun, and insightful another time. See you guys. And don't forget, a verse a day from Proverbs. Catch you. Bye. Have a blessed week.
Bye.